Hi friends, I just wanted to make this video because I just had sort of a funny thing happen to me the other day. I was actually told that I wasn't being fair to plants by essentially being on a carnivore diet, but we'll get into that. So don't forget to like and subscribe. That way I can continue to get the word out and maybe help more people. So essentially what happened was I was on Dr. Sean Baker's Instagram and he had posted something about a gentleman who had gotten a healing from an autoimmune disease from uh, through carnivore, obviously. So I don't even remember what the skin disease was. I was just like, yeah, I had some skin issues too, and they went away after carnivore. I was also diabetic, and my triglycerides dropped 90 points. Once I went on carnivore, it took like 60 days. And so this person was on there, and he was basically arguing with me, and I had essentially counteracted all of his arguments. And I wanted to actually, sorry, I'm interrupting this thought, but I'm not wearing any makeup. And quite frankly, I don't want to wear any more makeup ever again. I'm not going to say that I'm never going to wear it again, but I'm not going to make it a stipulation for I have to wear makeup in order to do a video. So y'all get to see the real me with no makeup, in a crappy sweatshirt, no jewelry. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. I'm doing this partially also because my skin has improved with carnivore. I'm 47, and for a 47-year-old, my skin looks pretty good. And to wear makeup would kind of be counterproductive because then it's like, well, is my skin actually improved or am I just wearing makeup? But whatever. So anyway, this guy online, he's essentially saying you could have done it with plants and keto. I'm like, it was intermittent fasting and keto, he said, which that's what I did. I did intermittent fasting and keto for like a year before I went carnivore. And then it wasn't until I went carnivore that I actually was able to go from diabetic to not diabetic. I think my A1C, it was actually, so keto helped me go from diabetic to pre-diabetic, but then I just like was stuck at pre-diabetic. And my triglycerides dropped for, it was like 10 points in a year. And then for 60 days, I went carnivore. In that 60 days, my A1C went from 5.7 to 5.3. And my triglycerides dropped 90 points into the low range. So I basically just said that, and he was like, well, you could have done it other ways. I'm like, no, except everything that you're saying is what I actually did, and it didn't work until I went carnivore. So I'm thinking it's probably the carnivore, not the keto. And well, technically carnivore is keto, but whatever, that wasn't his point. Like I don't think he actually understood that is technically carnivore is keto, but whatever. I mean, that's actually, beside the point as well. So after I had essentially negated all of his points, his last point, his final point was, well, I don't think it's fair to plants that you blame all of your medical problems on them. Like, well, it was their fault because when they were gone, then my medical problems were gone, but okay, I guess we'll get into this. And I was about ready to like type up that reply, but then I was like, I really need to be putting these replies on my channel. So I'm going to start not worrying about wearing makeup and putting all of these replies on my channel. So that's why I'm making this video. So my reply is, well, essentially, this isn't like at Christmas time when my kids were toddlers and I had to count all of the Christmas presents to make sure every single one of my kids got the exact same amount of Christmas presents in order for it to be fair. Okay? that's not what like me eating plants and not eating plants. It's like that's fairness is not a thing. And above and beyond that, I honestly think the plants would disagree with you. They would be like, yeah, don't eat us. That's why we make all the plant toxins and chemicals, because we don't want you to eat us. So I just like, I feel like it not being fair to plants for me to not eat them and to go carnivore is a very flawed argument. That being said, if you do want to bring fair, unfair into it, it's not fair that, you know, all of these big food, big pharma, and, you know, the certain religious organizations that essentially founded the American Dietetics Association, they have enough money to fund all these like trash science epidemiological studies and then tout these through the media to the general public saying, yeah, eat all these plant toxins, eat these hyper processed foods, it's fine, it's empty calories. Essentially, it's not fair to the general public who are not, you know, medical researchers or medical, you know, personnel who do studies. It's not fair to them to have to know how to deal with like what's a good study, what's a bad study. They don't have to, you know, we're not taught in school how to be able to figure out what's good information, what's bad information. And unfortunately, you know, with the internet and all the news and everything like that and the media, it's just like we're given bad information and our kids are getting sick and we're getting sick and the life expectancy is going down and it's not fair. So like if you want to talk about fair, not fair, it's not fair that we're sick because for ideological reasons or just to make more money, these companies and these organizations essentially give us bad information with junk science. So I'd worry more about, I guess, people and giving out accurate information than whether or not it's fair to plants for me to eat them or not. All right, thanks. Bye.